So you're in a personal year 22-4. This is really quite special because a lot of people don't have this year. This is a year I call your sacred construction year. It's where your soul's vision begins to take form in the real world. This is about building something truly meaningful, something that's going to last past you, something that reflects who you truly are and why your soul came here. You're not just dreaming this year, you're becoming the architect of your future. If life feels like it's shifting, it's because it is. Every year activates a new personal year cycle in numerology. It's a divine reset that really shapes your next year. In this 9-part series, we're going to be understanding what your personal year cycle is bringing forward for you and what your personal frequency will be this year. So let's dive into your personal year and really understand what your higher self is guiding you into. Hi guys, my name is Heather Ness. I'm an intuitive and a numerologist, and this channel is all about understanding yourself in the deepest way possible, which allows you to understand the world around you in a very deep way. If you're interested in things like numerology, astrology, human design, intuition, Akashic records, all of these amazing magical things, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. It's going to allow you to be notified next time I upload a video. It's also going to help support me in building a collective of people that really want to understand themselves on the deepest way possible. And if that is you, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. If you're enjoying this video, please hit a thumbs up on the video. And share it with someone that you feel should know what the next year's frequency is for them. Also, before we go any further, I want to let you know that if you really want to understand your personal year on a level that is going to allow you to begin to plan out what your next year has ahead for you, you're going to want to pick up one of my personal year planners. It's a 60-page, month-by-month, in-depth understanding of what this personal year is bringing about. It's going to allow you to be able to really plan and take advantage of the energy and the frequency that you happen to be holding this year in the most aligned way. So down in the description, I have added a link that if you'd like to pick up one of these personal year planners, click that link and definitely pick it up. It's going to help you have the most amazing year you've ever had. Also, I have just opened up one-on-one personal, what I call divine numerology numbers reading, and it is a combination between your personal numerology. We look at your numerology, we look at your personal year numerology, and I get 3 messages from the Akashic records from your soul, from your higher self. And if it's something you're interested in doing, it is a 45-minute one-on-one Zoom reading that if you choose can be recorded. Make sure you click down below. I have a link right there for you to be able to book it. I do want you to know that I have limited availability, so if it is something you are interested in doing, make sure you click that button right now. I would hate for you to miss out on this. And if for some reason all of my spots are taken, it will default into a wait list, and I will notify you by email the moment my calendar opens up. So you'll have the first opportunity to be able to book in. I can't wait to go into this numerology, personal years. I will tell you, when I realized my personal year and what it was almost 3 years ago, it was absolutely crazy how accurate it is on understanding the frequency and energy that you're going to be having that year that you're either looking at or currently in. And if you go back historically and look, it is like eerily accurate. It's quite amazing that our soul chooses this kind of stuff. So now let's dive into what your personal year is. So this is your personal year 22-4. I've got to tell you, this is a really special year. Like I said just a moment ago, this is a year that not everyone has. And also, if you're in a year, personal year 22-4, make sure you watch the video for the personal year 4, because you will see a lot of overlap with these 2 years. The 22 number is really what's called a master builder number in numerology. It is actually the most powerful number in numerology. It is the number that typically will bring many lifetimes of information and knowledge into this almost like destined type of lifetime. And because you're having a personal year 22-4, that means that your soul really wants to have major impact. And it's really important that you take full advantage of this year. And it's really special energy. So what does a personal year 22-4 actually mean? It means you're going to be able to really put into action soul level vision. This is a year that really asks you and sort of demands from you to really look at how do you want to make an impact in the world. Because you got to keep in mind that the master number 22-4 is not a number that sits on the back burner. It is a number that is extremely innovative. It is a number that is extremely impactful and really deeply desires to build something that's going to last way past its own lifetime. And that's the reason why we call it the master builder number. It is sort of like the architect of all numbers. And it is the number that creates really anything. It creates worlds that last beyond this lifetime. So this is a year that really demands a lot from you. It's a year that asks you to go deep within your heart and ask yourself, what kind of impact, lasting impact, do you want to leave on the world? Because the truth is your soul wants to make an impact. Because if you are one of the fortunate people, or unfortunate, depending on how you look at it, because it is a year that demands a lot from you physically, emotionally, spiritually. But if your soul felt that you were ready to handle this sort of energy as a personal year number, it means that this is a year that's supposed to be a lot of very, very impactful, not just for you, but actually for humanity or the world. Because what you begin to lay foundation for in this year will likely last past your lifetime. It is what we call generational. It is something that is going to make an impact and will ripple out for lifetimes after you, which is really special energy. And at the same time, it can be a bit intimidating because that has a lot of expectation sort of attached to it. So it's really important that you ground into your vision. I would say if this is your personal year 22-4, make sure that you take the first part of that year to really understand what it is that your soul wants to bring into the world, what it is that your heart wants to bring into the world, and then begin to lay the foundation. Keep in mind, what you're building right now is meant to last for generations past you. So it's not expected for it to be completely formed by the end of this year. But the key is this is a year that you begin laying that foundation. Because if you look at the number 22, you have two twos. So you have the 2 number amplified. The 2 number is very intuitive. It is very of the other. It's about partnerships. It's about bringing people together. It's about harmony. And then that 4 number is very structured. It is orderly. It is wanting to build something that really lays it's like building, if you think of 4, right? Imagine the foundation of a house. It likely has 4 walls, right? If you think of a chair that's very sturdy, it has 4 legs. A table, 4 legs. So the number 4 is what gives structure and foundation and strength to your vision, right? So this 22-4 energy is really, really an impactful energy. And it is here to bring intuition, harmony with foundation and structure and really make those things coexist. It's a really beautiful energy to be in. Remember, the 22-4 has the energy of the 4, so it's very practical. This is a number that brings manifestation and practicality together. We're asking for grounded, practical movement this year towards a higher vision, towards a higher goal, towards some sort of enterprise, right? And if you're just starting out, don't think the end in mind. Think, what steps do I need to start taking right now to get to that end goal? Don't expect to leap into that end goal in 1 year or 1 month. Expect that this is something that's going to be built over the course of quite a bit of time. Because if you think of this year, it lands right in the middle, roughly around the middle of your 9-year cycle, right? 5 is actually right in the middle, which will be next year, right? And next year will bring about a lot of change that is coming from the foundation that you build this year, okay? But this year, it's really important that you ground into your vision. And it's important for you to understand what are the next steps. I don't have to know all the steps. I can even feel that what I'm trying to achieve is, in my mind, almost like unattainable, right? We say to ourselves, this vision is so big, I don't even know where to start, right? But ask yourself, in the very beginning of this vision, where should you be? And that is where you begin. And that's really what this year is demanding from you. It's demanding from you to take grounded, consistent action towards that higher vision, because what you begin building this year will last generations. And if you already have a business, an enterprise, or something that you're currently doing, it is asking you to expand on that. It is asking you to make it bigger, more grand, something that is more impactful to a larger group of people, because this is what the 22 number really is asking for. Because this number has the 2, and the 2 is amplified with 2 2s. This is leadership and service. Likely your vision, your impact will somehow impact people in a service-driven way. Does that mean it has to be like you're technically serving someone? Not necessarily. It means that what you deliver to the masses on a very grand scale is going to make them feel like it is making a very large impact in their life in some way. And so it's really important for you to ground into that energy. Remember, this is asking you to combine structure with purpose and service purpose, soul purpose. That's really what this year asks for. The 22 number is like an amplified divine messenger number. It is a number that is meant to, if you think of it, it also encompasses the double 1. It's like 11, 11 combined, right? It is that divine messenger, that divine blueprint of the universe. It holds this energy within its heart. And so it's really important that whatever you build somehow impacts people's lives in a positive way, right? That's really what this 22 energy asks for. This is a year that also focuses on finances, because 4 is all about foundation. And to really bring this vision into life, you're going to have a strong foundation of finance. Anything that is structural, anything that will bring it into fruition. Now keep in mind, your vision, your thing that you're building likely will take other people to bring it into fruition. The 22-4 energy is very charismatic. It is magnetic. It is structure. It is very leadership energy. It is an energy that has this grounded yet very visionary energy intertwined within it. So you're going to find that this is likely a very productive year, a year that demands a lot of productiveness. It's something that asks for order and structure and movement. This isn't just a year that we sit back and plan. This is a year that we sit back, plan, but we begin to implement in a very structured, orderly way, but in a way that really brings harmony to you and your business. Some of the key energies that you're going to have in a personal year 22-4, first one is vision. 22-4 energy in itself many times receives divine downloads from the higher realms, the angelic realms, the universe, God source, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it. They get these visions, these ideas that are truly divinely supported and divinely given. So you're going to have visionary moments in this year. This is a really good year to have like a journal that you keep your thoughts and your ideas in, because sometimes these ideas will plop in, and if you don't write them down, they may leave very fast. Many times divine downloads are something that comes in, and then it's important that we capture that, whether it's writing it down, texting it to myself, whatever it is, but it's very important that you put it down on paper so that these amazing, impactful ideas that you have do not fly away. It's also a year that demands a lot of responsibility. The 4 energy is very structured and responsible and purpose-driven. It wants strong foundation. It wants orderly movement towards a vision or a higher goal. So this is a year that you're going to find that you become very responsible when it comes to your actions, when it comes to your vision. You want to begin to move forward in a very orderly but fun way, a way that is like divinely inspired. It's a year that will demand focus and discipline from you. Focus because you've got to hold that higher vision and that goal in mind through the whole year, and truly probably through the rest of this 9-year cycle. Because likely you're going to be building on this vision that you're having right now for the rest of the 9 years, which is super exciting. And it's also reassuring to know that you're not expected to finish this vision or this thing all in 1 year, right? And this is possible that this thing you're working on will be a lifetime of work and like evolving and changing and modifying this vision that you have. But it is a year that brings a lot of grounded power, because the 22 energy has so much like strength behind it, and this 4 really gives it the structure that it needs to stand up on its legs. This is a year that you have grounded power, grounded movement, and it's really a year where you feel truly powerful in who you are and what you're creating. It's sort of like a year that you have this sacred ambition, this drive that comes from within that is almost shocking as to how driven and how determined you feel on this purpose that you have, on this vision that you have, on this thing that you're building. You're going to have this drive that is probably like undeniable and something that you may not have felt in your entire lifetime, because the truth is that not everyone has a 22-4 year, and sometimes people only have one of these years in their entire lifetime. So this is truly a powerful year for you. Some of the shadow that you might experience in a 22-4 year is that you might begin to have a bit of imposter syndrome or self-doubt, or wondering if your vision or your idea is good enough. Because this is such a powerful year when it comes to manifestation. I mean, it's like a massive manifestation potential for this year. Because there's this really strong energy, if you're not comfortable in this energy, it may bring up some shadow for you to work through. This is a year that does ask you to really look at any of those sides of yourself that has self-doubt, that has uncertainty in itself, that allows themselves to have the imposter syndrome feeling, right? Know that you are exactly the right person to handle and hold this energy. Your soul is not just this lifetime that you're bringing within you to move forward with this vision you have. It is all of your past lifetimes. It is everything within you. It's like every life your soul has ever lived is converging in this moment to make such an impact. So know that you are the right person in the right place with the right experiences to be able to really manifest something truly impactful this year. And keep in mind, even though I'm saying this year, remember, it doesn't have to be finished or completed in this year. The key is this is a year where you have like that vision and that drive to begin, that drive that knows the impact that you're meant to make, that you want to make, is possible. And you're going to have these like divine moments that really help you align to that vision that you have. And know that your vision will likely take other people to bring it into fruition. The number 2 for the 22, and it's amplified, is all about partnership and harmony and working with other people. So many times this vision you will have to inspire other people to help you build this vision. It's not likely something that you can build all by yourself, but you are the leader of this vision, and you are the one that's supposed to communicate this vision to the others that are going to help you build this. I mean, I'm so excited for you. Talking about that shadow and that fear of not being enough or not being ready. Know that where you are right now, you are ready. Whether or not you feel like you are, you actually are. And the truth is, people really respect and like it when people are not the expert right away. People want to follow people that have a vision and have a passion for something that they truly believe in. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect background. You just have to have passion and vision. And this is what's going to really drive this energy forward. One of the other shadows of a 22-4 energy is perfectionism. Because 22 is a number that really likes aesthetics, it's a number that is all about, it's a bit of a perfectionism kind of energy. Not the type that demands perfection from other people. It's an energy that can be very hard on themselves. They're an energy that demands perfection from themselves. This is a year that you've really got to remind yourself that you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. Done is better than perfectly done, because the truth is nothing is ever perfect. Nothing's ever perfectly done. But done allows us to be able to tweak it later to make it better, right? If it isn't correct or isn't exactly your vision. Remember, done is better than perfectly done. And just remember that this is a year that you're going to have a deep sense of purpose. That deep sense of purpose is going to come out of you in the version of passion and enthusiasm and this internal drive that just keeps moving you forward. Lean into this energy. Be a little wary of burnout, because this is such a purpose-driven, forward-moving sort of year. You've got to be cautious that you don't burn yourself out. It is important to take moments of rest because the number 2 is a very intuitive, spiritually in tune number. It is a very sensitive number. And so it is important that if you're feeling tired or exhausted or like you just want to have a Netflix and just veg on the couch kind of weekend, it's okay to do that. You don't have to have consistent or constant everyday movement. You just have to have consistent movement. Create a vision and move forward with it. But it's okay to take time out and get a beautiful massage. Go have a nice hike. Go on a vacation, a weekend getaway, whatever it is that you like to do to relax, because you don't want to get burnt out in this year. So the key is, in this year, you want to focus on your future vision. You want to focus and really ground into what is my vision for the future? What is the thing that I want to bring into this world? Because keep in mind that 22/4 isn't just about the future. It's about bringing that future into reality. It is a very grounded, future-focused energy. So you want to have a future vision that you're building towards, but you want to make sure that you're taking the actions to make it actually come into reality. That is very key energy for 22/4. So remember to create structure around your vision and your dreams. This structure is going to allow you to bring it into fruition. And remember to take constant, steady action. Consistent, steady action, right? In a pace that you can sustain. That is very key so you don't get burned out. We don't want to be charging forward in a pace that we know in our heart that is not something that I can sustain forever. We want to take strong, steady action, but consistent action at a pace that feels comfortable for me. Remember, you can always up the pace later if you get comfortable with the pace and it becomes too slow. But once you build a momentum of speed, it is hard to slow down. So always start slower and build on to that slowly. That is the key with the 22/4 energy, is consistent, steady progress. And don't forget to build those systems that support your future. This is a very build systems kind of energy. Building systems. Keep that in mind. You may have an end vision, but begin laying the foundation for the systems that are going to support that vision. That is the key energy of this year. So some of the sacred reminders that you're going to keep in mind in a 22/4 year is that you are building something meaningful for the future. You are building something that's going to last beyond this lifetime. That is the key, is that this is something that's supposed to make a big impact for many people. The 22/4 energy is the collective energy. It is wanting to make an impact in the collective, in humanity, in a very global way. So ask yourself, what legacy do you want to create that will last beyond you? What is the legacy you want to create that will last beyond you? What is the impact that you want to make right now that will last beyond you? This is where you want to begin building those systems and foundations around. And the third sacred reminder is, how can I take one grounded step towards my future vision? Just one grounded step. Remember, this is not a year that we're going to see every step ahead of us. Many times your vision is so large for 22/4 that you don't even know how to get yourself to there. It almost feels out of reach. But the key is, in this year, is to take one grounded step towards it. One grounded step a day, one grounded step a week, maybe even just one grounded step a month. But the key is as you begin to take those steps forward with your vision and the structure that you're building and the systems that you're building, the next step will illuminate, right? You may not be able to see the entire path, but you can definitely see 2 to 3 steps ahead of you. And keep in mind, this is all you need to see is 2 to 3 steps, because you have to trust that the divine has your back and that they're going to help you in this path, right? This is a path that your soul chose to take on. It is a large path. It is a very impactful path. It is a path that holds a lot of expectations. But the key is the divine does not expect you to know every single step. All they expect for you to know is the next 2 or 3 steps. And as long as you begin to take those steps, the next step will unfold. And you're going to have a lot of divine support and help making your dream and your vision come to reality in these really magical ways, right? And know that it's not going to happen all in this year. So if you're in a personal year 2024, I am sending you a ton of love. What a special year that you have. I just want to say thank you again for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button down below and put a thumbs up on the video. Also keep in mind, right here is the entire series of all the personal years. If you're in a 2024 year, I highly encourage you also go back to the personal year 4 energy, because this is a year that will really hold both energies in it. Again, I'm sending you a ton of love, and I'll see you in the next video.